Hola, hola. It's your girl Erika from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start standing as your fully expressed self. As you are, as is, there is no filter needed. You are fucking awesome, and I am here to remind you. I'm a confidence coach, and I'm a bold stand for confidence, and I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Hello, my friend. Oh my God, I have so much to share with you. Holy crap. Okay, so I definitely got the vid. I got sick. My husband got sick, and I know that everybody's getting it right now. I don't know what variant or whatever bullshit it was, but it was horrible. On Monday morning, I was talking to one of my clients, and I felt great. I did my Instagram story. I was on fire. I was like, yeah, excited. And then that afternoon, my back started hurting. My body started hurting. I was like, yo, what the hell's going on? And I got this crazy, it's raining. So if you can hear the rain, you're welcome. I got this crazy body pain. Like I'm talking like somebody threw my body off a building. That's what it felt like. I was broken. I couldn't move. I could barely open my eyes. My whole body was sore, and I had a headache like fucking someone was squeezing my head. It was crazy. I laid down. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sick. But it wasn't cold and flu. It wasn't sneezing and coughing. It wasn't any of that. It was like this weird body aches and headache, and I couldn't open my eyes. Anyway, I was in bed the whole day. The next morning, I felt 30,000 times better. Our kids went off to school and did what they had to do, thank goodness, so that we could actually recover. That second day, Hamish started feeling bad. Again, body aches, body pains. And I'm like, what is going on? Day 2, I had a fever, and then day 3, I was fine. So I had about a day and a half. My husband had about 12 hours. We took a test, those home tests, and it was negative. And then we went to the drive-thru here in Australia to take another test because I was like, I'm sure I'm positive. And they gave me a home test. It was ridiculous. So long story short, it's ridiculous here in Australia with the testing and all that bullshit. I 1,000,000,000% had it. I felt like death. And then it went away. And I thought, okay, so this is what it is. It's not a flu. It's not sneezing and coughing. It's something else. It's body pains and aches. My taste went a little bit weird, but I didn't lose like smell. It just went weird, like a filter on my tongue. It was strange. Anyway, the whole family got it. I think the kids got it the week before. We were just unwell. And then a couple days after, I started feeling really lacking confidence and questioning myself and almost anxious. And I never feel this, okay? My whole system, I felt like I was on psychedelics. Like Hamish has sat in ceremony. I've done psychedelics not in ceremony when I was younger, a little bit of mushrooms. Anyway, I felt fucked. I felt like I was on some weird drugs and spacey and like high or something. It was so strange. My brain wasn't working properly. I had no energy. I had to keep going to sleep, and I couldn't eat shit. Why am I sharing this with you? I literally feel like COVID took my confidence. I don't know if you've had this experience or spoken to anyone about it, but it was something that I did not expect to happen. I was one of those people that thought it was just a cold, and it was definitely not just a cold, and it definitely felt mechanical. It felt strange. I've never had a cold or a flu like this in my fucking life. Now, I'm not scared of it. I'm not scared of any of it. But it freaked me out. And why I wanted to do this podcast was because I wanted to be real and open and honest with you. And I completely and utterly lost my fucking confidence. I lost my sense of self. I got scared. I projected into the future. I was worried. I was anxious. I was depressed. I got into a fucking rut. Now, it was only 3 or 4 days, mind you. But to me, my love, it felt like I was in there for 6 years. I felt like I lived a lifetime like this. Because who I know myself to be, is hype, is busy, is on fire. I'm confident. I'm positive. I'm always on fire. I'm excited for life. I'm vivacious. I'm full of energy. I don't question myself. I'm fucking secure and sure of what I'm doing, on fire, on purpose. I didn't know that version of me. And I literally thought I broke myself. I'm like, okay, I'm broken. Something's wrong. What the fuck? So it was really scary because I started to question showing up live, question I'm doing a new program for startup coaches that I was meant to launch last year, but because of COVID and homeschooling, I couldn't launch it with Scale Squad, and it's called Startup Squad. And it's for coaches that are starting out who want to grow their first 10K a month and who want to grow their audience and build their coaching business. I'm so excited about this launch. And I started questioning it. I started questioning my ability. I started questioning, how am I going to talk about it? How would I launch it? Is it going to be good? I was so weird on Instagram. I just felt strange and I freaked out. So here's what happened. I had a massive cry. I went into the future. I started going, oh my God, what if I stay like this forever? Oh my God, what if something happened? What if I'm never going to get my confidence back? Who is this? I don't know this version of me. I don't like this. And I started going into the future thinking about how scary it would be if this kept being this way forever. Now, what do I say to you? Don't go future. I'm almost positive I have a podcast about that, about not projecting the scary story, the tragedy into the future. Worst case scenario, oh my God, what if this happens? Why do we do that shit? It doesn't help us. And here I am, the queen of confidence, trying to tell myself what I share with you. And I couldn't find my confidence. I couldn't find my flow. I tried to do videos. Oh my God, I'm going to keep them and laugh at them in the future because I was like, look at me. I was such a lack and I was pushing shit uphill. Instead of surrendering to what was, I'm like, no. I'm going to find my flow. I'll have coffee. Coffee didn't work. I was shitting my pants, by the way, because I couldn't eat after COVID. Anything I would eat would just come right through me. You're welcome. It was horrible. And I'm just like, yo. And I'm trying to talk to my husband, but he's also going through exactly what I'm going through. And he's trying to stay positive. And here I am. I'm negative. I'm crying. I'm in depression. I'm not a negative person. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I don't have an answer. I don't know how COVID did this. I don't know how my brain fog happened. I don't know how my lack of confidence and my anxiety kicked in. But here's what I know. I wasn't feeling myself and I was fighting what is. I wasn't loving what is. I was fighting and I was worried and I was in high stress. And by doing so, I kept focusing on what was wrong and I pushed myself further into stress. And then I spoke to my husband and I said, look, I just need to surrender to this. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I don't feel good. And I don't feel like I'm going to feel like myself again. And he said, babe, feel what's going on for you. Cry, do what you need to do, stress, worry, and let it go. You have to let it go. You have to surrender. You're putting so much pressure on yourself. I don't know about you, but have you ever done that? You put a lot of pressure on yourself to get it right and to be who you know yourself to be and to do the right thing and to do it now and to do it like this. And it has to look like that. And I had all these expectations on the new year. 2022, I'm going to kill it. And I was like, yo, I need help. I went into my Facebook group because I love my sisterhood women. If you're not in the sisterhood, I don't know what you're doing. It's our beautiful community. And I go in there myself. It's my safe space as well, where I can share how I feel. And I just went in and I was like, guys, I am fucked. I don't know who I am. I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel like I need to listen to this woman named Erika, the queen of confidence that everybody loves. I feel like I need her help. Like I literally was like, should I listen to one of my podcasts on getting out of a rut? So I had to listen to Tony Robbins, like old school Tony Robbins, to really pump me up and get me out of my funk. Because I was just in a funk. What I learned about it and why I want to share it with you. When you feel like you're in a rut, when you feel like you're in a funk, when you feel like you can't get out of where you are and there's no way out and you're a prisoner of your mind. That's how I felt, like a prisoner of my mind. The way you came into your problem through your mind is not how you're going to get out, my love. You can't use the mind that got you in there to get you out. So I had to close my eyes and get into my body. I had to cry. I had to have a hot shower. I had to melt into the fucked up, yucky feelings of doubt, of anxiety, of depression, of fear, of worry, of a catastrophic future that I was creating in my head. It was real in my head. I didn't know if I would ever come back to who I was. It's very scary. Someone said to me the other day, oh, I wish I was confident. I can't imagine what it feels like to be confident all the time. And I'm like, I wish I never felt it. If it's going to get taken away, I'd rather not feel it. It's the worst thing to know that you're the shit and you're amazing and you feel confident and you feel awesome and you feel great. And then that gets taken. That shit was scary. Let me just go ahead and tell you that. Gave me empathy. It gave me empathy, even more empathy for my clients and the women that I help who struggle with anxiety and struggle with depression and struggle with catastrophic future that they create in their minds. Like I get it. And I felt for them. And I just surrendered. And I'm not talking a cute hashtag surrender or hashtag Instagram surrender. That's the word of the year. No, I mean surrender for real. Surrender to the moment. I had to give in to the now. I didn't know about 5 minutes. I didn't know about next week. I didn't know about the speaking gig that I had to do. By the way, I had a speaking gig, Manifiesta. It was amazing, but I was scared. I'm like, how the fuck am I going to talk to these women about confidence when I literally have no confidence right now? What a fucking phony. Like, what am I going to say? I'm like looking around, doubting myself. And I'm like, I got to fix this. And the only way out was through. I had to sit in the shit. I had to feel the lack. I had to sit with my emotions. You know, Eckhart Tolle talks about sadness is here. He says, I'm not sad. Sadness is in me. Sadness is here. Anger is here. And I kept telling myself, anxiety is here. Worry is here. Sadness, frustration is here. I stopped identifying with the sadness. I am sad. I am angry. I am lacking confidence. No, a lack is here. It's inside of me, but I am not it. And all I have is the second right now. There's a book that he wrote, The Power of Now. And I really exercise that teaching. I just have right now. Can you be okay right now, Erika? Can you get through this second, this moment? Yes, I can. Okay. Be okay right now. Just chill. Just sit on the couch. Just be present. Don't think about your business. Don't think about your launch. Don't think about the podcast in the future. Just stay here right now. And it was so slow. Second to second, I was in the moment. And I fully felt myself surrender. I went, fuck it. That's it. I don't have anything else but right now. And right now, I'm okay. In this very moment, I'm okay. And then the next moment came. And in that very moment, I was okay. And I literally took that day so fucking slow. I stopped going into the future. I got out of the time machine that was projecting me into this scary future that wasn't there. And it was giving my body anxiety. It was racing my thoughts. It was speeding up my heart rate. And I just said, I'm going to give up. I'm going to give in to this feeling. And I'm going to cry. And I'm going to be depressed. And I'm going to be sad. And I'm going to sit with it until I don't feel it anymore. And I can't tell you, that day, the day that I said, I'm surrendering. It was one day. The next day I was back. And I was so scared to tell my husband, I'm back. Scared to tell anybody on Instagram, like, yo, I'm back. I felt so back. I felt so back to myself. And you know what? Whatever that was that happened to happen, I feel was an upgrade. So yeah, COVID took my confidence, but I also feel like I got an upgrade. I got to re-feel gratitude. I got to re-tune in. I got to tune in again to who I am and my essence. I got to be grateful that I have confidence and grateful that I work hard and grateful that I love my life and grateful that I have energy. I got to feel what it was like to have it taken away. And by doing so, I missed it and I appreciated what I had. And stepping into appreciation for what you do have and believing that this very moment that sucks, that's fucking hard, is not going to last forever. But if you fight the now, if you fight the moment you're in, it will last longer. And I was extending my anxiety and I was extending my depression and my lack because I wouldn't give into it. I wouldn't let it be. And I was trying to go through my mind and I just surrendered. I cried. I went into my body, started journaling, started crying and going, fuck it, this is it. I'm going to be here like this until I'm not. And I fully let go. I had a hot shower and I feel like I went to the beach as well because it's summer here in Australia. I went to this little beach that I found, magical little area of the beach that I'd never seen before. And I went into the water by myself. I'm always with my husband or someone. And I'm like, I'm going to go by myself. I canceled work because I wasn't going to work in that condition. I wasn't doing good work anyway. Canceled work, went down to the beach, sat in the water and just cried. And I said to the water, please take whatever the fuck you need to take from me. Whatever's here, take it. I give it up to you. I'm done trying to work it out. I can't work it out with my mind. I'm going to give it to you. I'm surrendering. I got into the water. I was floating. It was beautiful. I went home. The next day, I was back. Now, that might not be the case for you. I feel like COVID affected me for sure, 100%. But I also feel like there was a lesson. There was an upgrade in this experience for me. And just remember that when you go through fucked up things, hard things, there is an upgrade happening. You are transitioning and transmuting something to a better level. And it always hurts. It's always painful, the upgrade. It's never not painful, okay? If it's not painful, that shit's not an upgrade. I'm sorry. But the upgrades are painful. So if you're going through that right now, what can you take from this? What presence, what moment of actual presence and being in the now? What surrender? What does surrender look like to you? Are you surrendering looking at your watch? Are you surrendering for 5 minutes and then that's it? Are you surrendering with a lack of trust for you, the universe, God, Buddha, Allah, whoever you believe in, Oprah? I believe in Oprah. Are you actually surrendering? Or are you putting a time limit on how much trust you're going to give to the process? How much surrendering? I know I was. And that's not surrendering. Surrendering is you let it go. You give it up. You say, that's it. As long as this takes, I'm letting it go. And I equate it to, I'm sorry if this triggers anyone, but I equate it to IVF. I've had friends and clients who have done IVF. And when they ran out of money and they push for this baby and they push and they push and they push and they push and they're pushing, they're using force, not power, because they really want this baby. They run out of money, or the IVF finishes, or the eggs finish, and they're done. And at that moment, they have to surrender. They have no choice. And a lot of the women that I've talked to and worked with have gotten pregnant then. Right then and there, when they surrendered and they had no more, that's when they got pregnant. Now, I'm not saying everyone will. It's an example of pushing shit uphill, pushing, force. Sometimes you have to surrender and let go. And that is the way through. And that was definitely the case for me. So I'm proud to say that I'm fucking back. I'm feeling great. My energy's back. My confidence is back. Everything's back, like times a million. And it's even better because I'm so grateful for that moment that I didn't have it. For that unrecognizable me that I saw in the mirror. And I got empathy for her because I remember that version of me a long time ago. And it let me see how far I've come. So if you're in that right now, my invitation to you is surrender, my love. I love you so much. I have a free training if you are looking to change your life and you need some help and you need some support and you want me to hype it up and you want me to support you and guide you. If you are there right now, head to thequeenofconfidence.com, click on What It Really Takes to Change Your Life Masterclass, an amazing masterclass that I did, a free training. It's about 70 minutes or so, and it will get you out of your rut and it will get you back into alignment. And if you're there now, just surrender. It's not fucking easy. Not even just surrender. Just is really hard. It's very hard to surrender, but know that whatever you're moving through is the up level. I love you so much. I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for listening. I so appreciate your ears, your time, your energy, and your attention. Please do me a favor and head over to Apple iTunes, subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. Share this episode with a sister who you know needs to hear it. And if you feel called to, leave me a review. I'd love to know what you think about the podcast. I'd love to know how this information is helping you change your world. Thank you so much for being here. I know that there are many podcasts you could listen to, and I really appreciate you listening to mine. Have a gorgeous week, honey.